Hello. So today I'm doing the audio in post. So basically everything's muted. This was an offline grinding session, and this is a true damage game, maybe with a little bit of a twist. I kind of played it in my own way, but it still turned out into a win, so I think it was okay. So I start early with a Senna Cannon pair, or Senna Cannon. I got a lot of units. I think I got dropped these ones, so I have good econ as well, so I'm down to play it. I'm just scouting a little bit. I could remove this so we can see the scout. I'm just roughly trying to gauge who's going what. I usually try not to scout as much stage 1 because it doesn't really matter. You just kind of have to scout to decide if am I playing strongboard or am I trying to like lose a little bit. It's really hard to streak unless you like full open, because a lot of times people are going to be weak anyways and people are going to high roll, and it feels really like headliner dependent. So I think I take Gifts from the Fallen here. I think I checked between Gifts of the Fallen and tons of stats. I think Gifts of the Fallen was slightly better. I kind of like Gifts of the Fallen just because I feel like certain comps use it really well if you have like a solo carry. So you know, if you're playing towards Ari, I feel like it's okay. Yeah, look, this guy, this is a game they're pinging, and it's 2-1 and the guy's by 3 already, so this is one of those games. But for me at least, I'm not too concerned right now. I'm taking a combat because I feel like I have a good opener. I'm slamming Sunfire because then I don't have to worry about anti-heal. Whenever you make your items, you always want to think about like different things, right? You want like anti-heal, you want shred / sunder, right? So this is like armor. Oh, my mouse is not clicking well. I'll try and slow down. Armor / MR, right? You want these type of things in your items, right? These are like utility, right? And then you have like, you know, items that do like attack, AP, like AD, AP / like armor / MR, right? So you have like, these are like the stat items, and then you have your utility items, right? Anyways, the point is, Sunfire isn't that great late game because like you usually want to build towards red buff. But I have a Sunfire early, so I probably might lose here. I'm making 10 and I'm still level 3. I'm not really pushing levels. But Sunfire can save a lot of HP because it makes like some units, like for example this Tom Kench now, doesn't really heal as much. This Olaf won't heal as much. And there's a chance I maybe kill something. I'm holding this glove because I'm thinking maybe I want like IE or something like that. Usually if you're playing like towards like a flexible mid game, a lot of times you're thinking if you want to play an AD or an AP carry. So a lot of times the best items are blue buff, red buff, and like IE, right? And these ones are like, these ones you can play towards like Caitlyn, Ezreal. This you usually play towards Ari, right? But these are usually hard to get. Because they require 2 components, right? Blue buff is 2 tiers, right? And red buff is 2 bows, right? That's like the main way that you kind of play flex boards. Right now, so that's why usually Sunfire is not as good, because usually you're gearing towards putting a red buff, because basically like most units can take a red buff. You can put red buff on Ari, it's not that bad. You can put red buff on Ezreal, on Caitlyn, on Twisted Fate, and like that's pretty much all it carries. You can even put it on like the melee carries if you really have to, right? It's not the end of the world. Anyway, so I'm last pick. That's okay. The reason it's okay is because one of the most broken items in the game is a true damage spat. So if I hit a spat here, we are cooking. Alright, I should go for this spat. I'd be crazy not to. Nice. Boom. That's a free win. Or it's a free top 4. Like, true damage, like, as long as you can pilot the ship to make it to level 8 with enough HP, you should be in a relatively good spot from this position. All right, so I'm gonna hold this spat. Right, I'm gonna play towards true damage for sure. So I'm clearing my board. Coming to terms with the fact that this might be good. I don't know if I slam Hodge here. I think this was like early. Yeah, this was before I started just holding out for red buff. The better option is like blue buff, red buff, right? It's like always better. But I think I just slammed Hodge because I was thinking like Hodge is really good on Akali, right? So this is like I'm playing towards Akali carry, but usually you play towards Caitlyn carry. So you're prioritizing red buff and IE, right? So it's kind of like it's kind of like I'm not playing the proper capped board. So just note that like that's a mistake in a way, because I'm not gonna win anyways. There's no need to slam the Hodge. I can wait to slam it, right? I'm not making myself really strong. But yeah, usually want to hold out for IE and red buff because Bis Caitlyn I think is IE, red buff, true damage spat, right? Like that's like the best you can play it. And if you're playing Ezreal, you can play blue buff, red buff, true damage spat, or you can play blue buff, IE, true damage spat, right? Or like any one of those items you can swap with true damage spat. You probably need blue buff so he casts, right? But I'm just giving you ideas of the flex boards that I can hit. Now I'm scouting a little bit. I'm trying to see is anybody else gearing towards true damage. But yeah. Also, it's Christmas Eve, by the way. Also, nobody subscribes to the channel. If you like the videos or you watch them and you think they're entertaining, please subscribe. Even if you don't watch me every day, that's okay. It just helps with like promoting the channel. But if not, that's okay too. If you're just passing by, hello. Yeah, let's look at this one. Okay, this guy completely destroys me. 5 streak 30 gold is actually pretty good. I am level 4, so I'm not like super rich, but I'm pretty rich. I think I'm really low HP because I took a lot of bad losses even though I slammed Sunfire. So it's just the fact that I just don't have any upgrades or proper synergies. I would save more HP and kill more units if I wasn't playing rapid fire. Like it's probably better just to have like a more frontline. Like just buy some of the more expensive frontline units and put them in the front. I'm also playing without a chosen. The reason I'm playing without a chosen is because I want to have the greatest chance of hitting like a 2-cost chosen, and I don't want to waste time having my shop refresh on 1-cost chosens. Usually what you do is you pre-level to 5 though. If I pre-level to 5, then there's like a very, very, very low chance this is a like a 1-cost. All right, I did not get my sword. So here, Even Shroud is a really good option, right? The reason Even Shroud's a really good option is because your true damage units are all doing true damage, and then just having like the reduction, like they're all doing like basically bonus damage, and then like you don't want to make a okay, I should have taken that. Hello? Okay, I can't roll too deep here. Let me focus on this roll down. Okay, I hit Senna 2. Just take one. Okay, I hit this. This is good. This is actually fine. It didn't go in though. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting advertised smokes. I don't smoke. Alright, so not having the echo in is kind of a throw. That can be game losing because I was just too slow with the mechanics. If I had echo in, I guaranteed don't lose as much health here, but it's only going to be a 1-unit loss, so I'm not super punished for it. I'm also loss streaking, so it doesn't really matter that much. So I lost like -5 health. It's not the end of the world. I would like to hold this Blitzcrank, but I can't, so I won't. And it's prismatic here. Talent Search might be good in this spot. The reason is that I'm playing 6 true damage, so Talent Search will also give Kiana her, like, it could, if I hit a Kiana, I can give Kiana her thing. Oh, I hit What the Forge. I probably take What the Forge here. Yeah, I'm gonna take What the Forge. Okay, So the reason I take What the Forge, I'll explain the logic behind it, right? It might sound stupid, but my components were kind of shit. I know Sunfire Cape is gonna fall off later, and I don't really care. Like, besides making like Even Shroud, there's not much that I really wanted to make, right? The more important thing is that in a comp like True Damage, right? Let's say True Damage, right? Let's take all the units. We have probably Caitlyn, Akali, Echo, Kiana, right? Let's just say these ones, right? This person you can give mana plus AD items, right? This person you can put like tank, AD. Oh, we also need Senna, right? Echo you can put like AP or tank, right? Kiana you can put like tank, AD, and this one you put AP or mana, right? So as you can see here, we have multiple people that can take AD, right? We have multiple people that can take AP, and we have multiple people that can take mana and tank stuff, right? I know it's really messy, but just try and focus on the colors. You see how there's like 3 or 4 different colors here? That's a good sign, right? The big problem with What the Forge is when you play a comp where you don't have a mixture of units that can take AD or AP. Like, let's say you're playing like Yone reroll. You don't pick What the Forge because who's gonna take, like, let's say you get a Manazine. Who in the comp takes a Manazine? Nobody, right? You can make it work, but it's not gonna be good, right? Let's say you're playing like, I don't know, something like Samira, like Executioners. It's really hard to like fit in the items because like you need specific items for that as well. Like other rerolls, like you play Jax, right? Jax reroll. When you have really reroll comps, it's really hard to fit in, like, because you need like specific items. You need like a certain amount of Omnivamp, a certain amount of crit. Like it works because like these things are in good balance. With this comp, because I know that I'm going to be playing towards 6 true damage, I'm going to have to put in these true damage units or else I'm just going to go 8th. If I'm not playing 6 true damage, I'm playing 4 true damage, I'm still probably going to have an Akali, I'm still probably going to have a backline unit. And what that does is it makes it so that I could... Also, I got my true damage spat because of carousel pick, right? Like Zhonya's can go on anybody, right? It's good for Kiana, it's good for Akali, it's good for backline, right? Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that if you have a comp that has a mixture of AD and like an A... Oops, this is so small now. It looks so straggly. If you have a comp that has a mixture of AD plus AP carries, then What the Forge is really good. And it also gives extra like stats. Like it gives extra HP per item given and stuff like that. So it's just a really good augment, and I wanted a combat augment because I feel like my position with money is pretty good. My position with the board is also pretty good. My game plan is pretty good that I have true damage spat, and I don't see anybody else that had true damage spat when I scouted. So I took What the Forge because it's like, okay, this is gonna be really strong. I'm gonna have it. This is a me thing. I really highly value What the Forge, but that's only in specific comps, right? Another good comp that it used to work really well for is something like Karthus Akali when that was really popular. It's not as popular now because there's just boards that outcap it a lot easier. And it's really because like Karthus Akali, you put like all the AP mana items on Karthus, and then you put all the other items on Akali. Anyways, hopefully I explained that okay. I'm a bit like discombobulated. It's Christmas Eve, so I thought I had one extra video, so I'm kind of pushing this one out for today's daily upload. So hopefully you enjoy it. If you're enjoying your holidays with your family and you end up spending time watching on my channel, thank you and Merry Christmas to you, and I hope you have a great holiday. I'll be back to streaming, like streaming on Twitch after Christmas. I've been taking kind of a break. My Twitch is going to be a lot of art focused in the next couple months. I'm still going to do the daily TFT uploads because I'm going to be playing every day to try and get to masters and stuff like that. But just know that like if you tune into the live stream and you see somebody drawing some anime stuff, It's because I need to prep all my stuff for anime conventions that are coming up in the new year. I have to apply in January, February, and then I have to, you know, prepare for doing that, because that's, you know, that's the thing that I do primarily. This is actually the side channel. Anyways, also, can we just like talk for a second? Anybody who watches this far, I don't want to offend anybody, but isn't Jujutsu Kaisen kind of mid? Like, I just finished watching it because I need to do some Jujutsu Kaisen art because it's really popular, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's good. Like, it's good, it's not bad, but it's like people make it sound like it's the greatest thing in the world. You know what I mean? And it kind of isn't. I feel like it's like, you know, there's so many jump cuts. The domain expansion is so confusing because it's just like they just like keep adding like an extra rule. It's like, you know, imagine if Hunter x Hunter just like started at like I felt like Hunter x Hunter when they introduced their like Nen mechanic. It was like cool, and like people like abused like certain aspects of it, but it never was confusing. It was always like, oh yeah, that's like the Nen ability, and they already explained this and I understand it. And then like here it's like every like 5 seconds they're like, I can do this, but then I can do this, but I can also do, it's like, bro, like what the fuck is going on? And it's like I have to literally like pay attention. I have to like read it. I'm like, okay, well, this causes this, which causes this, and this is a reverse of this, which is a, it's like, oh my god. And now I'm making a domain that's only 0.2 seconds, so it only takes one person inside. It's like, what the fuck are we talking about? Anyway, none of that spoilers. You don't understand if you watched it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Alright. That aside, we're now at 4-2. Picking the last augment. I would ideally like a combat augment. I might end up taking heroic grab bag, because I might just try and play Senna 3. Okay, I didn't take heroic grab bag. That's fine. I'm deciding if I have enough gold to level, and I do. So I really want a chosen... Okay, Blitzcrank might be good to take here, but it's Disco Blitzcrank, so I skip it. I'm rolling. This is bad. I'm rolling deep, and I'm not hitting. Okay, just put in the Akali. Oh my god. Put in the Echo. Oh my god. He's so slow. Yo, when I'm playing this, I feel like I move fast, and then sometimes I watch myself and I'm like, holy crap, I'm bad. Okay, so I'm gonna lose this round for sure. This could be the difference between making the game. What I should have done is I have to sell this, I have to put in Caitlyn if I wanted to play Caitlyn, I have to put in Akali, I have to put in Echo, and then that should be... That's only 5 true damage, because I don't have true damage chosen, but it's okay. Like, this is a bad loss, right? I'm 29 health. This has to be on Senna. Okay, the reason I sold the Senna is because I wanted to get the sniper's focus off of her to put on Caitlyn. That makes sense, right? So that's why I sold Senna, and I'm not playing towards Senna 3. Okay, that's good enough. It's like, yeah, you kind of have to take this. It's not ideal, so now I'm just playing 4 true damage, but you have to take this. Alright. And then I don't want to lose Superfan, because I feel like I don't have one more item here, but it's fine. I would honestly lose Superfan and play Echo over somebody. Like, okay, I just sold the Yorick. Oh, I'm selling it for Econ. So I think playing Yorick is probably better, because Yorick with Ornn items is probably insane. Alright. And I want Hull Crusher on this. And then I want... Yeah, just put them on Senna. Yeah. I'm going to put the AP items on Senna. So as you can see, we have Sniper's Focus, which is like a really good Caitlyn item. Then we have AP items on here. I have this dude in randomly. This is what I mean. I should have sold this and keep Yorick, right? Because Yorick is probably just better than this. Zhonya's I can put on Akali, or I can put it on the Senna because it is an AP item. But probably better to put on Akali. Here I want anything but a spat, because I don't think, like, it's really rare that I hit another sword. Like, you know, it's hard to do that. The way what the Forge works is any item you make gets converted into an Ornn item, so you just like slam them together and it's an Ornn item. I probably should have said that earlier. I'm off my rocker today. I went to my friend's house to play TFT yesterday. We were playing TFT, and then late at night I couldn't sleep because I was excited about playing TFT. I'm a bit like, you know, out here. Okay, honestly, replace this for Lucian is probably the best option. Anima Visage, put on Echo. The reason I'm rolling is because my front line is really weak, so I'm trying to see if I can find an upgrade. No, bro. Lucian. 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 Lucian is so good here. Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay, I put in 8-bit. Okay, so the reason Lucian is really good, and I sold the Lucian. So this is just me like panicking. I think I'm just too low health and I'm scared. And I'm not thinking straight, right? These are mistakes that will sometimes cause you not to get a first. Because like I'm probably fine. You know, I have true damage spat Caitlyn. It'd be crazy if I don't top 4. You know, like it's pretty high roll spot. But Lucian gives shred, right? So one thing I'm missing with What the Forge is that I don't have shred. And what does shred do? Shred basically reduces the armor, so it makes all my units do more damage. So the Lucian shred is really good, and it gives me 4 rapid fire because I have rapid fire Caitlyn. Now, is 4 rapid fire really necessary? Probably not. Like you don't actually need it. It's not like broken or anything, right? But it does more than this Garen, because the main thing that it does is it does shred, and with 4 rapid fire it has a lot of ramping speed, so he'll cast a little bit more, and then he'll do more shred. And the more shred, the better. Anyways, I'm still positioning like KDA hexes, and now I'm like starting to move it. What I should also be doing is scouting a little bit more. So when you have snipers focus Caitlyn, you always want to be on the opposite side of the carries, because you want the snipers focus to basically like one-shot the stuff. There's also some cheese positioning I've done with Caitlyn in the past. Like there's some games where it matters, like moving her up a spot or like here a spot, like, you know, just moving it around this area. And the reason is that you just want to get the line of sight. Because her ult, the way her ult works is she basically like picks people to target and then she shoots at all of them. But if there's something in the way, like if there's something like over here, then it gets obstructed, right? Like these guys are okay, but you don't want them to be okay. You want them to die. Just fix my line on the drawing thing. All right. I haven't really been piloting the ship well. I think my capped board would have been, instead of this, because she has enough damage as is, instead of this I have Lucian, and then I upgrade these into like a better front line. Like, you know, like I can play like multiple Sentinel, I can play like, you know, I can play other stuff, right? I almost have Senna, and I'm rolling for Senna Akali. I got this guy, who cares? I might end up playing him over somebody. The true damage doesn't really matter. Or sorry, the but it does matter, the true damage. The super fan doesn't really matter, because these units, they're not very tanky, and this is a 1-star Nico, because I just never hit it. I should be buying stuff like this Blitz and this Poppy, because I should be trying to upgrade to a different front line, basically, right? Here I'm moving position. I don't know why I moved to this side. I think this is a throw. Oh, I moved to this side because of this guy probably, but there's a Jax player, and the Jax was on position on this side. The Jax would just go here and jump and kill my damage, and I'd instantly lose. I think I lose against this guy. I don't see myself winning this fight. I put in the Yasuo for 6 true damage. Yeah, it's unfortunate that it's not. If it was an 8-bit Caitlyn, I would be so set. You know what I mean? Like I would be doing really well right now. Because she would the 8-bit isn't that necessary, but okay, buy the Alawi. Buy the Alawi. Buy the Alawi. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. What was I thinking here? What day was this? This was the 16th. No, this was the 14th. Oh, this was like 10 days ago. Oh, I guess this was like when the patch dropped, and I was kind of just. Oh, I see. I don't know. I'm playing this really poorly. I think maybe I just got better. But, like, I think this was still when I thought super fans were really good. I think I just don't want to lose the Sentinel Guardian synergy, because I feel like it's giving me some stuff. And I think I'm just too focused on hitting Akali, right? So, like, I'm avoiding high-cost units. Like, I'm starting to hold the Threshes, because I'm like, yeah, I can definitely switch out Thresh, right? The thing is, I can't switch out Kennen, right? So, like, if I switch out this, I have to switch out Nico and Lilia. So, what it should be is Thresh, Blitz. if I want to keep my synergies, right? Because these are just the better versions of, like, it's just a better Nico, better Lilia, right? But I guess I'm just like overvaluing the superfan item. See, so I'm holding the blitz, but like I rolled past multiple blitzes, right? I probably could have had a blitz 2 by now, and I would have been fine. But yeah, I need to play this. This Kennen has to stay on my board anyways. But it's like I should be losing these. Like anything is better than this, right? Like Thresh is probably better than Lilia right now. Is like, you know, it's just that the synergy might be good on my Echo. It's just unfortunate. I think that playing like these things are like, you know, it doesn't matter because Caitlyn is so broken. So like it's like I'm crutching the Caitlyn and I'm not hitting like, you know, the Giga Strong. See, like I just out damage this guy and I just win. This guy's also 91 HP. It's gonna be crazy that I end up winning this. If I end up winning this, right? If I go second. Okay. Dazzler, true damage +1. I would like the true damage +1, but I think somebody else will take it. Yeah. And that just sucks because I think this guy isn't even playing true damage. I remember I was tilted when I was playing this because, like, I don't even think that guy has the... That's not the true damage guy. Okay, I now get another Hull Crusher, so I'll just put on Akali. I'm just, like, stacking this Akali. You know, ideally, you want, like, a Death's Defiance. You want something else. I could have split the Hull Crusher onto the Echo, for example, and that would have been really strong, like, help my front line out. Okay, switch out the Nico. Switch out the Nico. Grab the Blitzcrank, switch out the Nico. Even, like, Garen 2 is better than this. You know what I mean? Because at least it gives some 8-bit stacks. Switch out the Nikos. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure the Shoja doesn't even matter on the... I guess I'm just waiting because I don't want my... I'm scared that my damage won't be enough without the Shojin. Okay, I did not position against this Jax guy. Also, I got really lucky that I didn't play this Jax guy more times, right? I think if I played this Jax 2 or 3 more times, I would have been dead, right? It took me a while to play this Jax guy. Comparatively to like the other boards. He's also Clear Mind Jax. I don't even know how I capped that out. I guess he trolled because he's Clear Mind Jax. I should be grabbing these Echoes. I'm rolling for something because I'm stressed, right? Put it. Oh my god. What? Okay, I'm losing it. Why did I sell this? What am I looking for? Oh, I'm looking for the Senna. That's why. I'm so hyper focused on the Senna. I'm just selling stuff for like high money because I'm thinking like Senna 3 will stabilize me. This is really bad gameplay. I thought I played this better because I went first, but actually I just like kind of high rolled it. And I'm embarrassed. But it might also be because I got better. Maybe back then I thought that this was really good. Because you know what the problem is? Like there's so many reroll comps that a lot of times I probably like my mindset in this game was probably not that I wanted to play true damage and win out like true damage red buff like the new tech that I know. I think I was in my head I was thinking like I win this with Senna 3 because Senna 3 was like considered really good in the previous patch because like, or at least in my elo, it was like broken, right? It was like if you have a Jax reroller and you have a Senna 3, it's like you might beat him with the Senna 3.
It's amazing how something is
because Senna 3 was like Senna 3 was like the old Jax reroll. People would go for Senna 3 with a true damage spat and like bling bonus and all of that shit like before Jax was buffed. And I think I'm just overvaluing the Shojin. Like, I don't want to lose my Superfan frontline because of the Shojin, but it's actually just really bad. It's griefing me the whole game. But it's okay. That's why we watch these, because I'm reinforcing the topic. But it's also instructive to me because I've learned that this is bad, right? So in the 10 days that have passed and the 100 games of TFT that I played, bro, I hit the Senna, but I don't have enough gold for it. Okay, I put both on the same side because I'm trying to focus fire the Jax, which I think is a really bad idea, but let's see what happens. His Jax doesn't have good items. That's the thing that's I have going for me. Oh, he has Radiant Titans. Never mind. He has good items. But he has like a QSS and he has no healing. Oh, look, I won. Yeah. That's what I did. I wanted to focus fire the Jax. Okay, this Jax player trolled. I think he had like a top 1 position. But he made QSS. He just never hit Hodge. I guess that's true. Maybe he just never hit Hodge. He had Radiant Titans. Imagine Radiant Titans Hodge. If the Jax has no healing, that's the problem. Because the Jax jumps the backline, so he gets targeted, right? And he one-shots everything, but he still gets targeted, so you need healing on him. Like, even Bloodthirster is fine. The reason you put Hodge JG with Jax is because of the extra crit chance. Oh, this does not look like a winning board. This guy's level 9. I guess he was streaking the whole game and he greeted to 9, but there's no way this beats me. I have What the Forge, so like my Echo is actually really, really tanky just based on What the Forge stats. And then Senna's not going to do anything. Wait, is he AFK? Oh, that's how I go first. Oh yeah, this was a scam. I think the guy DC'd. Look, he's away. He definitely DC'd. And then I just go first. Ta! Oh, I remember this game now. Yeah, this game should have been a 4th. This game definitely should have been a 4th. I think that if this guy was stronger, he would have unless he just like purposely like BM AFK'd, but look, he just like AFK'd the game. Look, I just squeeze out a first. He doesn't do anything. He has 30 gold, level 9. He came back now, right? He's not away anymore, if you look here. But like, all right. Yeah, that was a very poorly played game. So let's recap what the big problems were. Early game, great. Early mid game, also good, right? Also, you see the guy was pinging this Vi 3, and this Vi 3 didn't get anywhere close to first. You know what I mean? Because Vi 3 isn't that strong. Around here, maybe I could have done some better stuff with like holding units, but I think making econ was really important. And right when I made my board here, I should have dropped Superfan, I think. Dropped these guys. I could have held the better units on bench, right? Like I'm holding Threshes, Echoes. I can even hold Mordekaisers and like just play 4 Sentinel for frontline. But yeah, true damage spat is really busted. As you can see, even without playing well. I think, you know what the problem is? I think this was maybe the first time I ever played with a true damage spat. It might have been, or like one of the first few times. Because I played with it later, and I feel like I did a lot better. But yeah, this board went first. Could you imagine? But it's also What the Forge value. This, and this are like unkillable because they gain so much stats from it, right? Like if we go to 3-2. Champions gain 110 health for equipped artifacts. So like they have like 330 extra health, the Akali and the other dude, plus all the other effects. Anyways, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Merry Christmas. And tomorrow will actually be a more fun video for Christmas time. It'll be the Christmas special, which will be hint hint, a 7 Heartsteel game. Goodbye.